we need to talk about the infinite problem in Hearthstone. Shaman is absolutely overtaking the Hearthstone ladder, with not only Tempo Terran Shaman being on top of the ladder, but Infinite Shaman has been ruling top legend with almost a 30% played rate and popularity. And in case you guys need an example of how bad this is, remember Big Spell Mage? Yeah, it's pretty much that, but now we have Infinite Shamans with infinite armor as well as them having infinite damage. Fizzle decks have just been really good in multiple classes, and now I think players are starting to get tired of seeing this card. To where if you look on Reddit and any other social media, there seems to be a lot of people that are wanting Fizzle to be changed to only once per game. But the real question is, how effective is this deck and how toxic is it really? Because if you're not in the top ranks in Hearthstone, you might be encountering this deck from time to time, but you may not be seeing this deck warping the meta at the lower ranks because there seems to be more people experimenting with more classes and archetypes. However, at top 1000 legend, we essentially have Shaman versus Hunter, because we have Infinite Shaman that is essentially favored into everything on the ladder, with Grunter Hunter being the only exception as the one deck that can effectively counter it. And that's the reason why in top legend, Grunter Hunter stats have been massively improving, because it aims to take advantage of how many minions the Shaman gets to play. Not only is it super effective at dealing with regular Tempo Shaman since they need to fight for the board, but Infinity Shaman is also a prime target because of cards like Pop-Up Book, Totems, as well as the Starship pieces. So let's go ahead and talk about how this particular Infinite deck has become a problem and why Fizzle might be getting changed not because of Shaman, but because of all the classes that have abused it. The difference between this Fizzle deck and all the other Fizzle combos is that this deck is a lot easier in order to start the Infinite loop, all because of Triangulate. Triangulate is a 2-mana Shaman spell. Discover a different spell from your deck and shuffle 3 copies of it into your deck. The reason why this is so effective is because this deck doesn't have that many spells in it. You only have Pop-Up Book, Thrall's Gift, and Liftoff in the deck outside of Triangulate, and Triangulate cannot find another copy of Triangulate. So as you're drawing through the deck and you're drawing out the spells, when you finally decide to play Fizzle into the snapshot with Triangulate, you can then play Triangulate to guarantee the snapshot from your deck to start the infinite combo extremely early. The difference between this and all of the other infinite strategies is that the other infinite strategies at least needed to draw into the end of their deck in order to enact on this synergy. But now, Shaman is completely bypassing this by playing Triangulate in the following way. First, you play Fizzle with Triangulate in the hand, plus some other cards that give you gas. You can choose Shutterblock and Incendious if you're trying to just shuffle a bunch of Eruptions in the deck. You definitely want to have the Ceaseless Expanse in order to remove any board that your opponent may have. But more importantly, if you can play 1-mana Shutterblock into Jim Raynor, then that is how you can absolutely go to the moon, so to speak, with armor and damage straight to your opponent's face. And one thing that I feel like needs to be said about this particular interaction, since we just changed Kalimos, why does Shutterblock into Jim Raynor work? I'm not necessarily against this kind of combo working, in all honesty. I would actually rather they bring back the Kalimos interaction versus taking away the Jim Raynor interaction with Shutterblock. But in my personal opinion, if you're gonna have spells not be treated as battle cries like the Kalimos effect, then I think Jim Raynor fits the bill at being able to deal damage. But if we're going to get rid of Kalimos, then I believe that we should get rid of that Jim Raynor interaction with Shutterblock, so that way you are just gaining armor and you're not just dealing damage all the time. I think the damage from the Shutterblock should cause the starships to not deal any damage whatsoever, because it just feels really weird to go from having one exception to the deck, you nerf that exception, and then we bring up a whole new exception in this mini set. Sorry, got a little sidetracked there. But once you have those legendaries in the deck with the Triangulate, all you need to do is focus on your hand size, so that way you can just keep playing Triangulate into Snapshot, into something in order to deal damage, or Jim Raynor in order to gain armor. You can effectively create this infinite loop very efficiently and very easily compared to all the other decks, to where 1, you don't need a deck out, 2, it's easier to assemble because you also have cards like Fairy Tale Forest that happen to draw your key important battle cry cards. And then once you start popping off the combo, your opponent almost has nothing that they can do unless they run cards like Dirty Rat, Tony, or even this card. Yeah, I don't even know what this card's name is, by the way, as I'm doing this recording. But people are playing this card in order to counteract the Fizzle, so that way this card transforms into the Fizzle snapshot, so that way they can do the exact same thing that their opponent is doing. If that doesn't sound lame to you in Hearthstone, then I don't know what else is. It is all centered around this interaction with Fizzle and just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I have played Infinite Hydration Warrior. I have played Infinite Starship Rogue. I have played an Infinite Druid deck that ran like Freya and ENRs and all this other nonsense. The thing about Fizzle is that Fizzle was originally, in my opinion, designed to be a way to give damage decks twice as much damage if they needed to go into the late game, such as like Colossus Mage. Colossus Mage loves the idea of playing Fizzle, so that way they can get twice the amount of damage against like a control warrior that gains a lot of armor. So when Fizzle turns away from being a tempo booster of some kind to just being an infinite loop combo, I'm sad to say it, but most likely what Blizzard is going to do is that they are going to change the snapshot to once per game, and then once Fizzle rotates to Wild, they're probably just going to revert it because I don't believe there's anything crazy happening in Wild with Fizzle at the moment. But this is what's going on in Hearthstone right now. Standard is being absolutely plagued by infinite Fizzles. And that's just the overall problem with this deck. We've already seen Rogue with Shadow Step, we've seen Warrior with Zola, well, we've seen Druid with Zola as well, and sadly, Fizzle is just on his way out with rotation, so this is just going to be Blizzard's easiest way of dealing with this card. But in my opinion, this begs another question. How did they not see this coming? It seems like every single update, we are plagued with a deck that is ruling 30% of the meta, and honestly, I'm just kinda getting sick of it. The biggest problem in Hearthstone is that when the meta gets figured out, people automatically go to the good decks, and it's not that they're net decking, that's not the problem. The problem is the decks that they are net decking are going to just be super powerful and they will not drop it, because why would you drop the deck that keeps winning games? I was having fun originally with Infinite Shaman, but after a time, it just stopped, it just got old really quickly, and I decided to drop it because that's the kind of person I am. But if someone figures out that this deck is like really good and they're trying to go for like a rank and they know that it's like favored into everything, this is just one of those decks to where once people figure out how good it really is, they're not gonna drop it unless they don't like the way the deck is played. And if you're playing for competitive reasons, then you're not gonna drop the deck because you quote unquote don't like it. You're gonna keep playing the deck because it's good. But that is the whole reason why I have not done a deck breakdown on this, is because I know this deck is just gonna get nerfed because the stats are saying it's gonna get nerfed. I mean, there's no way you don't nerf the deck that's 30% of the meta. So what they're gonna do with the rest of the Starship pieces, like Liftoff and Starport, maybe they nerf those cards, I really don't know, but it kind of weakens them in the other classes. I just really don't know how exactly they go about these changes, but one thing is for sure, if you like Fizzle and if you like Infinite Shaman, you probably should play this card before the next balance patch hits. Usually Blizzard likes to plan its balance changes 2 to 3 weeks after a major update goes live, and we're about to reach week 2. So if you want to play some Fizzle, his time is running out. For the rest of this video, I have provided some real gameplay about Infinite Shaman, but I really didn't feel comfortable making a deck guide about it because it really does feel like this archetype is going to get hit. Another reason why I waited so long is because the perfect 30 of this deck really didn't like emerge, in my opinion, because the deck keeps changing around in order to be better into the mirror or to be better against like Grunter Hunter, for example. So if you were primarily seeing Grunter Hunters, you needed 2 Dirty Rats in the deck in order to try and stop the Grunt from getting all of those buffs. So this is just one of those decks to where the perfect 30 constantly changes depending on what you're seeing, what rank you're at, and how effective you are with the deck. And if you want to get some quick games with this deck before it rotates out, the deck code's in the deck description. I've left a couple of games to kind of see what you shouldn't do, which is why we have the recording in the background showing the infinite loop a lot more effective. But yeah, just know that the only cards that matter is that you want to Fizzle your Triangulate, a 1/1 Shutter Block if possible. You definitely want to hit your Jim Raynor and your Ceaseless Expanse, and if you can, or if you should, go for Incendious for some extra damage. But the best part of this deck is when you can just play the Snapshot, get the triangulate and then set up your Shutterblock Jim Raynor turn into the Ceaseless Expanse over and over and over again. And that is the primary reason why I really do believe Blizzard's going to do something about this, because it's not just the fact that this is killing people, it's the fact that it's not killing people and gaining millions of armor, and the fact that it's 30% of the meta. So thank you so much for making it to this not really deck intro, but kind of a deck synopsis, and we'll see you for the next video.
Liberation.
Would you rather leave your kid alone in a room with 5 starved tigers for 10 minutes or a Dungar druid player for 3 minutes? Starved tigers for sure. My child's a badass. He's gonna tame those tigers. Did I seriously forget to do this again?
Battle station.
Battle cruiser operational.
Audio processing. Audio processing.
Liberation.
With the gear.
I have no idea what he's doing here. Audio splitter usually means that you're playing a pretty mean version of this deck. Whoa, what? Excavate? Okay. You have my attention.
Ready to plunder.
How am I feeling, Tony? Annoyed. I can't fucking win games even though I'm trying. Like at this point, hitting top 1000 is just gonna, it's not even gonna make me feel good. It's just gonna be like fucking finally. Gotta hold on to the AoE. Put Weasel in the core set and Albatross. I could get with some Weasel gaming, honestly. Imagine Weasel with Death Growl. That'd be kind of funny. Put in like a 1/1 Ghoul or something into the deck as well. Liftoffs no longer draw the card. Actually, no, there's a missile pod left over.
Raven online.
Ready to plunder.
I'd like to see some Noxramas cards. Maybe they get rotated in the core set. I'd like to see Shade of Noxramas come back. If you want board-based gaming, that's a perfect way of doing it.
March boldly, without iron.
The hell is this tempo fucking game plan?
Weapons primed.
Auto Battle cruiser operation.
With the gear.
Battle cruiser operation. My eyes have prayed. My cursed name.
This is looking pretty dunzo.
Our path is clear.
Isn't Theft in Standard right now, or did it rotate the last core? Theft? What do you mean theft? Oh, Identity Theft? Oh yeah, that was Navria. That was Castle Navria.
I smell gold in their waters.
Liberation.
What? You run out of breathing?
Ready for dust off.
So this minion is never attacking.
Keep on panning.
So next turn we play the totem, then we go for the fizzle, then we play triangulate, ceaseless into setup shutter into gym.
We fight against the darkness.
Battle station. Everybody, hold for the camera.
Oh, I should have played the gold panner. God. Could've just traded here, played the gold panner. Oh my god, I have too many cards. It's probably fine, but god damn it, I didn't need to do this.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Having Cactus Cutter is fine, but Gold Panner is just like, why?
Everybody, hold for the camera.
So it makes it harder to do what I need to do.
Beware!
Let's make it count.
Had a question about starships. Do they launch with the effects in the order that they died first? No, it's random. Holy hell.
Battle cruiser operation.
Commencing bombardment. I smell gold in it.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Alright, you're not outvaluing this, buddy. Haven't played a game on NA since the 5th, but I can get a better finish than Clark. Yeah, that's because you don't play meme decks. That's not a big flex. Oh.
Battle cruiser operation. I have seen creation, and I
Whoa, do you guys hear that?
bring
The
destruction.
audio cut out for a second. Did anyone else hear that? How do I have Shadow Form? Apparently, when you play Shudder Block into Raynor, and Raynor tries to launch a ship and there's not room, he becomes Shadow for some reason. I don't know why. Kind of crazy how these minions are just within range of getting killed by the mech. Dungar survives the rotation. I really don't know how they fix this meta, or how they fix the problematic cards right now. I really wish I had an answer. Because it's like, how do they kill Dungar without completely murdering it, you know? Like, you have to murder all the ramp, or you have to change Dungar himself. Dungar's not a problem, except in Druid. Like, I really don't know the answer, to be honest.
Commencing bombardment. Commencing bombardment.
Alright, there we go. When is rotation? April. I hope they don't fully really Dungar. He's really fun. Okay. And that's, I guess, another part of it. Well, Dungar does have a kind of cool deck in the wild.
Job done. In the
Start
rear
over,
with the
rotate all
gear.
cards, give a single massive core set, maybe keep exactly the latest expansion. I don't think that's a good idea either. Rather have Dungar dead than alive. Well, here's the thing. Dungar and Shaman is fun. Dungar and Druid is dumb because Dungar and Shaman isn't the only way to win. Remember the Nebula deck? The Nebula deck is kind of cool.
Ready to plunder.
Easy fix to Dungar. Delete Druid. It's always Malfurion's fault. Give 3 minions from random expansions plus 1 attack if they have charge. Now that's a change I can get with. Alright, please don't hex me, bro. Don't hex me, bro. Alright, cool.
Liberation is at hand.
Wait, did they triangulate the liftoff too? Oh, they did.
Liberation.
Liftoff gaming. We got a missile pod.
Engine screaming.
Did not get a missile pod. I gotta do this so that way I can Golganeth into liftoff and get the full value. Neutral silence back. I actually somewhat agree with you on that. I think that one reason why a lot of these decks have been able to get out of control is like, for example, you can't silence Ziliax a lot of the time. We have Librarian's not a good example. Librarian is 4 mana, dude. We need like an Iron Beak Owl. You know what I mean? What if you made like a legendary silence minion? So that way, like an Iron Beak Owl, but you only could have 1 copy of it. I think that could be fine. Come on. What you got for me?
Witness the strength
Ready to
of
plunder.
the seas.
Alright, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. No medi, no medi. Let's go. You can't target that Ziliax. You can target Ziliax with silence, just not with the spell.
Ready for dust off.
If I have a minion with Battle Cry, it works. Was it Spellbreaker 4 mana too? Yes, but you didn't really want to play him. He was in bad decks, and like back in the day, silence was so powerful that you didn't care about running a 4 mana 4/3. But nowadays, you can't get away with that kind of card in your deck.
There is little time.
There was Starfish. Starfish was good. Always have to do this.
Battle cruiser operation.
Maybe I double totem here just to, yeah, double totem to get him out of hand, or I could play location as well. Yeah, it's location totem.
Do not be lashed.
Need to get these other crappy cards out of my hand, and then we have Fizzle and the Triangulate, but we also have to worry about not getting killed on the field. So we probably trade this, kill it off, launch ship into liftoff. The 3 minions I mentioned, Dungar to summon, have orange beards. Wait, does Dungar have a beard? I didn't know Dungar had a beard. No. Do this. SCV. I did not get the SCV. However, I don't care if I mill a card here.
Battle cruiser operation.
Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, okay.
My hand is full.
It's fine. We just need to throw out the cards so that way we have the combo.
Ready to plunder.
This feels like it was wrong. Feels like it was really wrong for him to do that. I have Dirty Rat that I can draw. So we Shutter Block. Lift off. Trade the Totem. Gonna mill another card, but it's fine. ETC, wait, what? What's in the ETC?
Battle cruiser operation.
My hand is full.
I smell golden in their waters. Kalu Kale!
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Okay.
Ghost reporting.
So we're definitely wanting to triple the. Oh my. Wait. Oh my god, there's no way. Oh, okay. Okay. So they play Ghost in the ETC. I mean, I'm still fine because they have 3 snapshots in the deck. Like, how much does this actually do? It doesn't really do a whole lot. Because now I can just do this.
Let's make it count.
Don't care about the cactus cutter. This may look unnecessary, however.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Clock ticking.
I need to re-triangulate more stuff into the deck. If I do this, I just... How do I lose if I do this? Double Fairy Tale is a fan thinking of cutting at least one. No, here's the reason you don't cut the Fairy Tale Forest. You'd use it to draw your combo pieces, so like it's better to have it when you need it versus to need it and not have it. You run 2, not because you need to activate both of them, but you need it for consistency. And in the slower matchup, like in the mirror, and against the warrior, you want it. Now the eruptions probably just end it. This is so weird to see this happen. And now Bloodlust just does it. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I know I won 5 turns ago. Just waiting for them to finally concede. Oh my god, finally, dude. Animation skipping is creepy. It really is creepy.
Versus Elise.
Drums is in session.
Immediately against a druid, gotta love it.
King Rastakan.
Literally just might mulligan all the way for fucking Dirty Rat. I would love to get top 1000 by Dirty Ratting a Dungar. Ha! Ha! Oh! Ah! Oh my god. Oh, we're doing it. Oh, it's happening. I would love to see the insta-concede from the Druid. I would love to see that. Can I please just see this Druid just insta-concede once I steal his Dungar, please? I'm not gonna pull a Thunderbringer, right? Alright, I'm not gonna pull a Thunderbringer, right, chat? Back, oh boy. It's a 50-50. Yeah, it either happens or it doesn't. Drawing one card, what? Totem's kind of getting in the way. If I don't dirty rat, if I don't dirty rat the Dungar, it doesn't matter. Oh, I wonder what they're doing next turn. I wonder what they're doing next turn. No. Well, we fucking missed.
Ready to fuck.
I was so ready, dude. I was so ready to high roll. They have done it every fucking time. I have seen 5 Dungars. I literally have been Dungar'd on turn 5 every fucking time. Who's protecting Dungar right now? Yo, does anybody have any paste? Any glue? Because I think this guy ran out of glue to eat. I lost to the triangulate. I can't go infinite now.
Impressed by my thunderous display? Ready to subscribe.
Raven online.
In the rear with the gear.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I bestow these gifts upon the world. The virtue of the wild.
The end of days is finally upon you. Hope is an illusion.
My hand is full.
Of the seas.
Battle cruiser operation.
In the rear with the gear.
Battle cruiser operation.
Come on, get lucky. Poison is clear. Well, guess what's getting stolen?
The beauty of nature.
Oh, that's right. He already stole it. So good job, Yog.
Let's make it count.
Commencing bombardment. Commencing bombardment. Commencing bombardment. Perfection. Commencing bombardment.
You want a piece of me, boy?
It's BM for me to stay in this game, isn't it? I don't know. I think there's a chance to win.
Sands of time run low.
Good job, Yog.
Bring it!
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Only Shutter Block into Ceaseless work to kill Death Rattles. I think you have more value with Shutter Fizz. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Part of me is also just thinking, what if I Shutter Block Insidious instead? Like, what if it's actually Fizzle now, go for these two, because I can do the play right now. I shuffle all the damage into the deck. Yeah, it's not like I'm dying. I don't need triple snapshot. I need double, triple damage. We save this so we can kill the board after.
Clock's ticking.
He still has a hydration station left. Yeah, why not? Why not both? Por qué no los dos? I think the ultimate line this game was to just go for Shutter Block into Fizzle, the 6-mana Shutter Block into Fizzle,
Stand with me.
and then I have the 1-mana Shutter Block in the snapshot. Bro, you gotta go. You gotta start going face. This deck doesn't run MCT. Again, it's super. Oh my god, let's go.
Perfection.
My god, how did he do it? Clark HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Beware.
Ready for dust off.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Say cheese!
Battle cruiser operational.
chance he has Kill Jaden. I don't think the lists that are running double bottomless toy chests are running Kill Jaden. But I have no way to confirm that. Can I please stop drawing eruptions? Nope. Drawing all of them. We literally drew all of them. Okay.
Getting low.
You have won.
Oh, get out! Ah, get out! Be gone! Oh, I've beaten Dungar on 5 twice today. But I don't feel like I won, man. Like, oh my, I'm finally, fucking finally. Jesus fucking Christ, this took way too long.